Hey there. At the end of my previous video, I explained that I was going to wade through a bunch of Big Japan Pro Wrestling's cards and from last year, and I'm going to start watching and critiquing and looking at the a particular angle that they've been pushing for a number of years, and that angle is called the Strong Big Japan Division. And I mean, if you have any idea about Japanese pro wrestling, you'll know that Big Japan Pro Wrestling is a predominantly deathmatch top style of wrestling that they push. Anyway, I don't know when it started, but they have started to push this style of wrestling. It's a strong style of wrestling, and not in the oddball. I'm not too familiar with what strong style actually, in terms of aesthetic and the technical criteria of it. I mean, I'm not sure what that means, but I think this is probably the closest thing that you'll probably get to a strong style of professional wrestling, and that's what they've called it. Anyway, so I've started watching these matches from the start of 2014 in Big Japan Pro Wrestling, and they've even got a singles title for it. It's the Strong Big Japan Champion. They have a belt for it. I'm not sure. I know they haven't had it for very long, but I'm not exactly sure how long for. I know it's only been for a little while. And the current Strong Big Japan champ is Shuji Ishikawa, and he's good. He's a fantastic wrestler. And but anyway, the style of wrestling, it's not trashy deathmatch type wrestling. It's really good quality, pure pro wrestling, and it's absolutely fantastic. I've never seen like it. In my opinion, in the current landscape of Japanese pro wrestling, and even in the States as well. I don't give a shit about them, but anything in Japan beats anything in the States. But this is probably, in my opinion, it's probably the best pro wrestling getting around at the moment. I think in terms of in-ring quality, psychology, aesthetics, I think it is the best style of pro wrestling that you will see in the world at the moment. And so it's been going on for a while. I know 2013 had some really good matches, and I'm not sure what I'm going to go far back as 2014 and give them a watch and start watching them, and I have started watching them, and I'm actually up to the end of February, I think, and watching the matches that are considered the strong big, considered to encompass and incorporate the strong Big Japan philosophy. And I just want to go through, and I just want to read out some dates. I just want to read out some of the names and some of the ratings I've given these matches. And I know there's another reviewer on YouTube, and I've been giving him a bit of flack lately because he's reviewed a couple of these shows and he's given these matches like, say, 2.5 stars, 2.25 stars, and I'm just like, come on, man, I mean, are you serious? Like, if you've got any idea of anything about pro wrestling, if you sit down and watch one of these matches, you'll go, holy hell, holy Batman, this match is so good. And they're just incredible. If you've got any idea about pro wrestling, when you watch one of these matches, you'll go, holy moly. If you don't go, holy moly, it's the best match I've seen all year, then you have no idea. It's as simple as that. And so I'm just going to run some of these dates. I'm just going to give some of these names and some of the ratings I've been giving these matches just for watching them. I'm not going to give you an analysis of these matches. I'm just going to go through some of the dates. So 2014, the 2nd of January, and I think that they have this show every year. It's a big show, the 2nd of January for these guys. Big Japan Pro Wrestling. It's Shuji Ishikawa Yuji Okabayashi taking on Kawakami and Shinya Ishikawa. Straight away, I think this might have been the semi-final or the final match of the night. I've given this match 4 3/4 stars. 4 3/4 stars. On the same card, this is about the 4th or 5th match with Koji Kanemoto, who you should all know, and Kazuki Hashimoto. I've given this 4.5 stars. Okay, that's it. So on the 26th of January, we had a show. Kawakami and Shuji Ishikawa taking on Kazuki Hashimoto, Shinya Ishikawa, giving it 4 stars. On the 7th of Feb 2014, we had the Big Japan Strong World Heavyweight titles. This is the title of this angle, and it was Shinya Ishikawa and Kawakami. I gave it 4.5 stars. On the same show, on the same card, you had Twin Towers, Kohei Sato and Shuji Ishikawa taking on Daichi Hashimoto and Kazuki Hashimoto, 4.25 stars. On the 26th of Feb, there was 2 matches that Manabu Soya involved, who you know from All Japan, or wasn't All Japan's in Wrestle 1 now. Then you had a tag that involved Shinya, and they both got 2 3/4 given. But on that same show, you had Kohei Sato, Kazuki Hashimoto, 5 stars. 26th of Feb 2014, I repeat that, 26th of February 2014, Kohei Sato taking on Kazuki Hashimoto. I have given that match 5 stars. I'm not going to apologise for it. Alright, next up, and this is the last match that I've watched. It was absolutely incredible as well. On the 3rd of, no, sorry, it's the 2nd of March. I'll just change it. 2nd of March. We had Kohei Sato, Shuji Ishikawa, which is Twin Towers, taking on Shinobu and Shinya Ishikawa, and that was 4.5 stars. Thinking of changing that to 4 3/4 stars. So you're probably starting to get the idea that, hang on, this is pretty good stuff. The brilliant thing about this style of wrestling is that they don't do half-hour matches, because half-hour matches are hard to do, and the chances are, if they're not like the best wrestlers in the world, they can't do half-hour matches. It's going to be boring. You're going to get to the finishing sequence, that's going to go for 10 minutes, and you're going to lose me. Man, these matches don't go for any longer than like 18 minutes. They are short. They are awesome. They do what they have to do, and that's what I like about them. So I'm up to early March. I've just watched the Shinobu, Ishikawa, and Sato match. I've got a fair bit to go, and I'm going to keep uploading these videos, because I think it's amazing that, you know, how good these matches are. And they're just incredible, and that's all I've really got to say about it, I guess. So yeah, do yourself a favour and watch them, and if you don't like them, well, you're a dickhead. Simple. See ya.